Hey. You know what time it is. It's time for Clemente's Corner. What episode is this? 87? 88? I don't know yet. But I combined, I recorded this podcast with the homie Zane, the other half of Heard That Podcast. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload this in two places so you guys can be happy and get another episode. And I really appreciate you guys listening. You know, if it wasn't for you, I probably would have stopped doing this. I don't know. I'd probably still do it if no one was listening, but it just means it makes it, more real, more exciting, more honest, more everything. It's more of a positive thing when I know that, people fuck with it. Same with comedy. Like, the crowd is necessary. The crowd is half of the essentials. Like, you can't just be a comedian by yourself, So it's kind of the same with podcasts. I mean, you can do podcasts, and if no one's listening, but it's not the same. It's not as fun. You don't get feedback. You don't get the views. You don't get the followers. You don't get to see people out and be like, hey, listen to your podcast. And I like that one episode with the so and so. But anyway, thank you for listening. I just want to say I appreciate you and I love you, and I'll give you a hug when I see you because you guys are awesome and you keep me going, and I appreciate it. I saw some of you at our show on Friday and Saturday. We did R&R, back room at R&R comedy show I hosted. It was great, fantastic. I had a great time. Everyone killed it. The mic messed up halfway through, but we still persevered, and the crowd loved us. Shout out to Joe Cash, came all the way from Lubbock. Shout out to Brad Sanders. Colin wasn't there. Who else was there? Gabe Casper, Chaz Sotelo, Skylar Potter, Austin Hewlin, Austin the Hooligan. So, yeah, it was a great time, and thank you, everyone, for coming out, for paying $5. We packed up that back room, and it's great for the comedians, it's great for the performers, but it's also great for, like, the business owners to see that, they didn't book a flop. They didn't book an empty room. So that's always good, it keeps everybody happy, and that's what's important, is happiness. But anyway, like I said, this episode is going towards 2 podcasts. What else did we do? We went to Lovestock yesterday and performed. That was also a lot of fun. It was harder because we were going in between bands. We were performing Inside Zombies. But it was still fun. Still a good time. Had some good responses from the crowd. And Tuesday I'll be hosting House Bar. Wednesday we'll be at Whiskey River. Those are 2 open mics. If you want to come through, perform. Then we've got 2 new open mics. The next week, they'll be the next Tuesday at Tees Bar, and the next Thursday at Mulligan's. Go to Yellow City Comedy. Like the page. You'll see all the events coming up, or the Instagram. Like the Instagram too. Follow that. I guess you can't really like Instagrams. I mean, you can like the individual. Never mind. Anyway, like I said, thank you for listening. We had music by Black Sheep on the podcast. I'll leave a link. I had music by Smooth Taste, great band. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Jay Hare and the Mockingbirds, dropping an album July 1st. Look out for that on all platforms. Shout out to Lake Dads as well. They're on tour right now along the West Coast, and super awesome, super inspiring. I love to see locals doing well, locals killing it, because when one person elevates, we all elevate. But here's the episode. I hope you enjoy it. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No, just thank you for sticking around. All right, now we're recording. Oh, wait.
Let's go.
I lost the link I was playing.
Don't fuck with me when I'm in podcast mode. It's recording, right?
Yeah.
Betty. Yo, shouts out to Black Sheep. Thank you for the $20.
It's very nice.
Supporting.
Sold out the bros for 2,000 and some smoke. Now you wanna hit my phone like nothing ever happened. I'ma split your fucking dome if I catch you in some traffic. See it now, that got me laughing. That's the only time you tough. You a pussy in the madness, but a bully in the truck. Check the road rage, man. I could throw these hands. If they run up in my house, I put a hole in each man. Slap with the bap. Go and take a nap. Cowboy in my knapsack. He gon' take the snap, drop back, and throw the pass back. If I was you, I wouldn't catch that. Did you catch that? Fumbled under pressure on the bro code. Fumbled under pressure, call him Tony Romo.
That's a good line.
Relax, bro. I'm a Cowboys fan.
No. Fumbled under pressure, call him
Hey,
Tony
we
Romo.
back. Welcome back to the Heard That Podcast. It's your boy Zane Galaxy.
And it's
Or Zane Martinez. That's my brother.
Matt Viegas.
We have the same name.
Yeah. So you have to go by Zane. Or I can go by Clemente. This is also Clemente's Corner. It's a crossover episode because I don't want to record 2 episodes today. And I'm lazy. I'm going to Lovestock Day 2. So.
I actually had a conversation about our name thing because both of our names are Matt.
Yeah.
Which my first name is Matthew, but your name is Clemente.
Yeah.
And then
we can change it to the Herd Matt podcast.
But anyway, so I like my first name is Matthew and your first name is Clemente and your middle name is Matthew and my middle name is Zane. So it doesn't make sense for me to go by.
You can go by whatever you want. This is America. Shout out to Donald.
Fuck it. I mean,
Glover, not Trump. Well, Trump too.
Like,
Shout out to all the Donalds. Donald Duck.
I feel like everybody who listens to this already knows who we are. So you know.
That's true. Well, that's usually the case. But I've had people I've never met before be like, "Hey, I listen to your podcast." That's like, hell yeah.
And like,
that's cool.
So your name's Clemente? Is that what they ask you?
No, I haven't really been asked that. I think I've always been thinking like I should change my stage name to Clemente, just for the consistency, you know.
Yeah, I feel like Clemente is like a really unique name.
Yeah, and I don't know any others. I mean, I've seen some, but I don't know any personally. So that's like my dad and my granddad.
Sorry, I got a burp.
Bless you.
I've been drinking all day.
Yeah.
But we back and we here.
Yeah, almost got your license.
Almost got my license.
How much longer do you got to wait?
Let's talk about it. I don't think we really hit a deep dive into my personal life. So
yeah, I was thinking that like I've never
we just kind of skimmed over it.
Yeah, we've never gotten personal about ourselves. We've never introduced ourselves.
Yeah, which is really weird. I feel like we should do that.
And I never did that on my own podcast either. So
yeah, which is really weird. So
yeah,
my name is Matthew Zane Martinez, but on this podcast I go by Zane to not confuse people. But everybody calls me Matt. But I think so early February I got a DWI, and then I'm out here. So I got a DWI, and then I had to.
But that was you were drinking in a vehicle. You weren't driving, right? Was that what you said last time?
Nah, that's a different ticket. Oh. I'm bad, bro. So I got a DWI, and eventually I had to go get the monitor installed in my car, and my ID got taken away from me when I got pulled over because it was expired. So that's why you don't see me out in these streets, because I can't really drive and I don't have an ID. But I got most of my shit taken care of.
Catch him on a bicycle.
Catch me on a bicycle, baby. Rolling through the hood. Sweaty as shit, just catching my breath. I have to get this pussy.
Nice.
Have you ever biked to a girl's house before?
No.
Me neither. But I'm just saying that shit would suck.
You'd be all sweaty by the time you get there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I guess you could like take a pair of clothes with you and shower. I don't know.
That'd
be my strategy.
I feel like most girls like just want to get you the fuck out, like get some dick and kick you out. So
yeah, but even if it's all sweaty balls.
Especially, yeah.
I feel rude if I do that.
I mean, but it just depends what time it is. Like, if a girl invites you at 4 a.m, do you really care what you look like?
I care how I smell.
Me too. But I mean, I'm not gonna ride a bike.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna hit her with, yo, so I got a DWI and I have to blow into my car. So if you want some dick, can you please come pick me up? But my celibacy is still going strong.
So congratulations.
Believe it or not, which is, I mean,
6 months.
Well, I ended it in June.
24 years.
Nah. So I ended my celibacy in the 1st of June.
So it's not going strong.
It's going strong,
it's
but
still
not
June.
Oh no. Well, I did the 1st of June. The 1st of June is when I ended it.
Oh, so like 29 days?
Yeah, so, but this wasn't by choice, though. This is like, all right, I'm just going to let it ride out because I'm not having sex.
Until when? Until you meet the one? Until you meet the wife?
Nah.
Until marriage? No.
Till Intraland.
Intraland. That's going to be fun.
I'm excited for that Intraland shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't even remember what day that is.
Bro.
July. It's a Saturday in July.
You know what's the funniest shit? Everybody asks me, I'm like, hey, bro, are you going to go to Intraland? Like, what the fuck is Intraland?
Yeah, it's not. I think we have to buy tickets, though. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we definitely have to do.
Yeah, but I think I want to say 26th, 27th, and 28th would be because it's a 3-day thing. I
was talking to Paul earlier about Intraland because he's never heard of it either. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, you and Mike should take the Booze Brother podcast to Intraland.
Yeah.
And he never heard of it. And I was like, damn.
I mean, it's brand new. It's so cool. We're gonna have 3 music festivals in Amarillo.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
I just feel like it's just kind of weird because I've never heard it. Like anytime I bring up Intraland to anybody, they don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I've never heard of Mariposa until Intraland, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, it's like by Bishop Hills."
What the fuck is Mariposa?
It's like north of Amarillo. It's where Intraland's going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Just this big area. I don't know the details, but somehow Stanley Marsh is connected to it. Because I was watching someone's Instagram story, and they're like, you will never catch me there. You will never catch me going to where a pedophile did his thing or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know the details, but I'm still going. I still like Cadillacs that are buried in the ground, you know?
I've never been, to be honest with you.
It's Cadillac Ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not that cool. I was joking.
Bro, I seen it. Like, bro, like, okay, so sometimes I work in Canyon, or not Canyon, in Vega. So I have to drive to Vega and then I have to take the highway back, and I just see like mad people.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you going to go see? like I can see it from my car. Like when I'm driving past the road, like I seen what I need to see.
It's not any cooler closer up.
No,
I mean the coolest part is you can like
tag them.
Yeah, graffiti it. But other than that, it's like
well, I'm just not walking around with fucking graffiti, so it's just like,
yeah, I don't have spray cans.
It's a waste of fucking time, to be honest with you.
I agree, but people like it. I mean, I could say the same thing about the Big Texan too. That's a waste of time. No one from Amarillo really cares about it.
I don't know. Wiz Khalifa did the plank challenge on there one time. I don't know if you've seen that.
He did the plank challenge?
Yeah, you remember when
Damn, like 2008?
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's the only thing I think about the Big Texan. And
what was Wiz doing? I guess just driving through or something?
Yeah, he was probably driving through, but you know how they had that big ass statue?
Yeah.
Well, he was on the feet and he was just planking when planking was really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, that's the thing. It's a tourist trap. Like nobody
gives a fuck.
Yeah,
about
nobody from here really, because it's not even the top 5 steak places.
Yeah, the food's trash. It's like what the fuck? And they have like a hotel, and I feel like they just overhype it, which I think that's a great marketing scheme.
But they do have a good venue. I mean, I haven't been, but I heard about it.
You're talking about where Splash used to be?
It's like Starlight Ranch.
Starlight Ranch.
Yeah,
yes,
everybody goes there.
No,
and you can zip line there. So
I don't give a fuck about zip line. I'm not gonna zip line. That's white people shit.
You wouldn't zip line?
Fuck no.
What if someone paid you to zip line?
If they paid me?
Is it because you're afraid of heights, or is it because it's white people shit?
I mean, it's not because I'm afraid of heights. It's just because I just don't really trust that type of shit. Like, I have so much shit to do, and let's say I'm ziplining and that one of those cords break and I fucking fall the fuck down and die. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, that happens.
I just don't put myself in situations to die.
That's fair. I feel the same thing about skydiving. Like, I want to do it, but like, you always hear about chutes not opening.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to bungee jump, but then they told me you can like break your back bungee jumping because the whiplash or something, or you can break your neck.
Definitely, yeah.
And I was like, damn, I never thought of that.
No, fuck all that.
And plus, I'm big. I'm a large man. There's probably a 200
muscular
pound
man
weight limit. Oh, thank you so much.
He's not fat. He's muscular.
No, I have a gut.
Nice and lean.
Yep. I got a dad bod.
Shit. I'm getting there too, bro. I need to get my ass back in the gym.
Me too. You gotta stop drinking. I gotta stop drinking.
Me too, bro.
I spend too much on it. And it's not even that I like get drunk. It's just that I go to places and I get a beer every time I eat or something.
Do you feel like if you don't buy a beer like when you're out on your shows and stuff like that, like do you feel like
I feel super
awkward?
accomplished. No,
You
I
do?
don't feel awkward at all.
Okay.
I feel like a great person. Because I was doing intermittent fasting again. I did it for like 3 days straight, and then I had a beer, and then it kind of ruined it. And then I ate because I had a beer. I was like, I already cheated.
Yeah, it's like one of those my things. It's like, fuck it, I cheated. You might as well go all out.
Might as well eat a dozen donuts, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Definitely. I definitely can relate to that 120%.
That's funny. I've been wanting to write a joke about intermittent fasting and how it's like a new trend.
You should.
And how they used to just call that being broke, you know?
No shit.
I was intermittent fasting when I was 5.
I think overall, I think intermittent fasting is just starving yourself, to be honest with you.
It's just eating in a traditional way, like when we used to be hunters and gatherers.
Well,
like,
we're not hunters and gatherers. We're tweeters and podcasters.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So, like,
it's just going back to the original humans and how their eating habits were.
But how does anybody know how their eating habits were?
Well, because they had to like go stab a mammoth, and it was like, all right, now we can eat. Like they had to chase their food, so they were working out, and then they had to prepare their food, and so it's like we just have to like push a button on our phone, and they can bring us food.
Yeah, we're fucking pussies. Our generation is full of fucking pussies.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
We have Uber Eats.
Yeah. I think that's why everyone's so upset about, like comedy and media and everything. Everyone's so offended about everything. It's because we haven't had to struggle, you know. So
Definitely.
Like our biggest struggle is reading mean tweets, you know.
No shit. Finding something to be upset about.
It's crazy.
So I went through my little.
That's why we need a World War III.
You know, shit. I went through my little my little night of Twitter where everybody's pissed off a little bit with the whole immigration thing.
I really haven't been getting on Twitter as much, but the thing,
good for you. I fucking hate Twitter.
The loudest people on Twitter are the most uninformed people.
Me, 100%.
Like today, it was like there was the picture of that girl who's like, she's a CEO of her own company selling marijuana in so-and-so state, and she's doing really well, and she's
White
like
girl,
12, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then everyone's like, oh,
the black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Black people get arrested for this. Da, da, da. It's because they're in a different state, dumbass. Like, what do you...
No shit.
Because laws exist. Like, people just, like, prop shit up like that. It's just all propaganda.
I mean, but at the same time, it's not really fair. You know what I mean? That there's different laws in different states that
was the idea of this whole country, was to have different laws in different states.
I thought we're all supposed to be the United States, though.
Yeah, we're United States, but we keep the states in power. So the states should be more powerful than the central government.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Which is why I think, like, any state should be able to vote on whether or not they want gay marriage or abortion or whatever, you know, leave it up to the states, because the central government can just pass a law and make everyone do everything. When the idea was to have 50, or probably original idea wasn't 50, original idea was 13, to have 13 independent places where he's like, oh, we can go to this state and we can do what we want. Kind of like in Nevada. Like, if you go to Nevada, you can like, buy a hooker and you can gamble.
But in different spots, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the whole state?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's certain counties in Nevada where you can go to a prostitution house and go, pay to fuck
Bunny
a prostitute.
Ranch.
Yeah, like
I used to watch that on HBO.
Me too. I used to watch shit on HBO all the time. Like they would go in there and then but all the women are so fucking old and ugly, and I was like,
yeah, it seems weird. Seems like a weird place. I don't think I'd buy a hooker.
I couldn't, bro. It's just not my DNA.
Maybe if I'm like really old, like the New England Patriots owner.
Oh, K-Swiss?
K-Swiss.
Swiss cheese, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft, yeah.
Yeah, Kraft cheese.
Kraft cheese.
No, but there was a guy who went into my job because we like have insurance on him, and he was asking me to review his. He has like 4 or 5 massage places in Amarillo, and he was like, "Can you give me?" He said in an Asian accent. I want to be racist. He was like, "Give me 5 stars because people, they don't get happy endings and they leave bad reviews." I thought that was so funny.
Wait, so do they give happy endings?
No.
Okay.
And he's like, I guess.
Is this full massage?
Yeah, and then someone gets on like Yelp and like, no happy ending, 1 star.
Oh, so they went over there to be perverts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you want to be a pervert, you just go be a fucking pervert. But
happy ending should be legal.
I think so too, man. But I mean, I'm
Why
saying
not?
I would pay for it. But
Yeah.
if you want to, I mean, if that's your shit, especially if if it's like human interaction, I don't feel like the government should be a part of this human interaction.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not forced, as long as you're not forced to beat someone off, then yeah, go for it.
But I think the gray area is the whole sex trafficking thing.
Yeah, sex trafficking for sure. Like if you get shipped over here and you don't know the language and you're just.
And then like some white guy comes around and is like, hey, I can help you out, and then he sells you for sex. But like even with that, like
but it's not the worst job.
Absolutely
you might
not.
might get to beat off a billionaire, you know.
You might enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might enjoy getting that little thing stuck in you, but
Could be.
I just think that
Can't be worse than Cambodia, you know.
Nah, shit, it can't be worse than the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are dying over there for drinking alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. There's been like 7 or 9 tours. I don't know how many. Everyone that goes and travels there dies.
It's like 15 so far.
That's crazy. And then that one dude, I think it's David Ortiz. I don't watch baseball. But he's from there, and they shot him in the back.
I know exactly who you're talking about. But
I watched the video of him getting shot.
Me too. But I think what they came down to on that specific case was they were trying to shoot his friend, which...
Well, they missed.
Yeah, they missed. They shot the wrong motherfucker. And then I guess the people there love him because you know he's foreign. So
yeah, he's a national hero.
Yeah, and then they chase him. They chase the shooter down and beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
so
I watched the video of him getting jumped. That's crazy.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they were just kicking him in the head.
Good for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially like if my national hero, like if I was in that space, like let's say
It'd be like if somebody shot Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, don't say that.
He's our
don't
new
say
hero.
That. Don't say that. I love.
I'm not
Keanu
saying he would
Reeves.
die. It was a flesh wound.
But don't even put that energy on. Don't even put that energy on Keanu, bro. I love Keanu, bro. Have you seen John Wick 3?
I haven't seen 1 or 2.
Bro, that shit is fucking hard.
We were gonna when we were in Denver and we had nothing to do. We went to the movies and I wanted to see John Wick 3. But then Skylar was like, I haven't seen the first 2. And I was like, who cares? It'll probably still be cool.
Yeah.
But then we went to see Aladdin instead. Trash.
Fucking faggots.
It's a horrible movie.
Who the fuck goes watch Aladdin with like a bunch of dudes?
It was 2 dudes.
Well, I mean,
And we held hands. Nothing faggoty about it.
bro, I think that you're well aware that just by the trailer that you could tell Aladdin was gonna be trash.
I honestly didn't see the trailer. But they didn't even have the parrot in there. It wasn't even like a clever parrot. He didn't have any good lines. Like then he was such a like important role in the cartoon because he was funny, and it was like they didn't even try. It pissed me off.
I can't believe you paid to watch that. To be honest with you.
Will Smith was a decent genie, but all the other characters were garbage.
Yeah.
The villain sucked. Aladdin sucked. Jasmine sucked. She didn't even look foreign. She didn't look Middle Eastern.
Was she fine?
She's fine, but like
Okay.
she looks like she's like Canadian, you know, like she's she looks like she was born here, and I think she's actually from the UK. But still, she wasn't convincing at all.
So are you mad at Hollywood for typecasting?
Typecasting is
Wait,
that
wait,
where?
wait. What is that typecasting? Like,
That's
what is
what
it?
I
What
asked
is it? What is it when you cast somebody on a role that isn't their race? What is that called? Being sensitive.
Making a good movie.
No shit.
I don't know. Typecast. To cast in a part calling for the same characteristics as those possessed by the former. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's stupid to get outraged about that. Like they got mad because Will Smith was supposed to be play the role of Venus and Serena Williams' dad, and they were like, he's light skinned. That's not right.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
Here we fucking
it's
go.
ridiculous. They do that with everything now.
Oh no. Twitter was mad today. Oh no, it was yesterday. Twitter was mad yesterday about what is that heavy set white girl's name who is really really funny? She's on
Fat
movies.
Amy.
Not Fat Amy, the other one.
Is it from Mike and Molly?
Yeah, I think so.
She was on that. She was in a movie with Sandra Bullock where she was like, was it Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like both cops, kind of,
Yeah.
or some bullshit. But she got casted as Medusa in the what's that movie called with the mermaid?
Oh,
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I'm fucking stupid. The Little Mermaid. Well, she got casted as Medusa, and then I guess
not Medusa, but I know you're talking about Octopus Lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Octopus Lady, and apparently Black Twitter got pissed off because Medusa's black.
No, she's purple.
I'm sorry.
She's a giant purple woman.
She's fucking purple.
And she's half fish. Like,
She's not even a woman. She's like a thing.
There's plenty of fish actors that could have been in that role.
And it's fucking crazy to see. But the reason that they got mad because do you know who Lizzo is?
No.
Lizzo is the one who has that really popular song from that movie, Someone Great, that all the women are singing. It's like, you could have had a bad bitch, not the middle. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah, she looks like she definitely
She's fat
looks
too.
like, yeah, she big.
Yeah, she's fat.
She
She's
could
not
play
big, she's fat.
she could play the Medusa lady or whatever her name is.
Definitely, but she put her little audition on Twitter, and I watched it without any bias. I'm like, that shit was trash. But I would rather see the white girl in it. But anyway, Black
I mean,
Twitter.
I'm not gonna watch Ursula is her name.
I'm not even going to see the movies. I don't even fucking
Yeah,
matter.
I'm not gonna see the movie either.
So, but
People just need stuff to be mad about.
Exactly. And then so Black Twitter was mad about Lizzo not getting casted over I don't even know who that white lady is. I can't remember her fucking name, but they were pissed off about it.
Yeah,
and I'm
pissed
like,
off about everything.
But I'm saying like if you send like your audition on Twitter and it's fucking trash, like I'm watching this shit, I'm like, this is fucking weird. like you're in makeup and then like you have Black Twitter's like, that's clearly a black woman. I'm like, no, that's clearly like a purple fish lady.
Yeah, purple fish lady for sure.
And it's just like, why are y'all so fucking pissed off over everything that
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
that doesn't go your way?
That's the thing.
But then when you say it, like, you kind of sound racist, and it's just like, no, I'm not sounding racist. We're just telling the truth.
That's like Scarlett Johansson was supposed to play like a trans woman or a trans man.
Bro,
I don't know what trans person.
Bro,
in the
to
movie.
be honest with you, I seen like the screenplay for that movie when I was online, like researching like why people were mad about that. Bro, that movie would have been so fucking fire, and I was all for Scarlett Johansson to play that shit. And I was like, let's go.
It would have been good.
I think so. But you know,
gotta plug this in real quick.
Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
But yeah, they shamed her, and they're like, they could have put a trans actor in there. Okay, name your favorite trans actor.
I don't know any.
I don't know one. Like who?
Wait, well,
how many tickets would it have sold if you replaced Scarlett Johansson with a nobody?
But you have to think about that too. And then the whole thing about fucking acting is you're playing somebody that you're not.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like you want to make money making the movie. You don't want to make a movie that doesn't sell
exactly.
tickets.
Like you have to get those A-listers in there for people to come see your movie. Like, but
no, we want to cater to the 2% of people that are bitching on Twitter.
I'm telling you, bro, it's that exact same shit. Like when I see a movie trailer and it doesn't have like anybody I know, I'm like, maybe I might watch it, maybe not. But when I see like some people that I fuck with, because I fuck with Scarlett Johansson, she was Black Widow. I'm a Marvel fan.
I'll go see any Michael B. Jordan movie.
I'm telling you, me too.
I like that dude.
I fuck with Michael B.
I was
Jordan.
hoping he'd beat the Black Panther. Like I was going for him the whole time.
Me too. That shit was fucking crazy. I was like, kill this fucking boring ass character. Like, Black Panther's so fucking boring.
Yeah, he wasn't nearly as compelling.
Hell no.
No.
But it's just that type of shit. Like when you see these movies and everybody's getting mad because they don't want their character to play it, which I think anybody who's watching these type of movies, they're leaning more towards their race to play them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like this is movies. It's like you're pretending to be something that you're not. Yeah. That's the whole point of acting.
Exactly.
And then everybody gets mad, like, no, like you're shutting out indigenous people, you're shutting out blacks, you're shutting out whites, you're shutting out this, you're shutting out that. I'm like, it's fucking acting.
Yeah, why does it matter?
It doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't.
It's ridiculous.
It's a whole bunch of bullshit. But don't get me wrong. Let me get my hypocrisy on. So I was watching this show called Chambers. Have you seen Chambers?
No. Is it about Wu-Tang Clan?
No. There's a show called Chambers on Netflix. And it stars an indigenous woman.
Indigenous?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
is it like a Native American?
It's my people. Half
from Mexico?
People. No.
What do you?
Indian. I'm Indian.
Okay.
like half of me. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay, stop lying. If you didn't do a DNA test, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I'm gonna cut off my shit. But anyway.
Tired of white women telling me they're Cherokee.
No shit. But anyway, so I was watching this show called Chambers, right, and it got canceled by Netflix. It was a Netflix original, had one season, got canceled, and then the main cast was all indigenous people. Indigenous. I don't know how to fucking say it.
Indigenous sounds cool though. Is that a word?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look up indigenous.
But so I'm watching the show, right?
Dope. They're indigenous cupcakes. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Really dope show, right? Mm-hmm. Super fucking dope show. I'm like, damn, this show's fucking dope. And as indigenous leads,
indigenous,
and I don't know how to say
I have to keep correcting you.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Indigenous.
Go
with
ahead.
An N.
Go ahead.
Okay, you go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm gonna say my Native American. But okay.
What tribe you from?
I don't know, bro.
See, you don't even count.
But my mom tells me this shit. Hey, I'm like that white lady who's running for president. Well, my family told me I was.
Oh yeah, is Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah.
She's like 0.021% Native American.
Look at me. I'm not white, so fuck out of here.
You're definitely more Native than she is.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. Anyway, so long story short, that show got canceled, right? And I follow most of these actors and actresses on the show on Instagram because I really fuck with the show. I thought it was a really great show, and they kind of left on a cliffhanger. And then Netflix canceled the show, so I'm really fucking pissed off. I'm like, fuck, I like the show.
That always happens.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, like, following all the actors and actresses to see what they're going to say about it. Mm-hmm. And so I get on there, and then they make it like a race thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I really can't agree. Like,
they're saying it was canceled because it was an all-black cast or something?
No, they were saying it was canceled because it was an indigenous, I can't say it. Indigenous thing. Like Netflix hates indigenous, or I can't fucking say it right now. Okay, but you know what I'm saying.
They're saying Netflix is racist towards Native Americans.
Basically, it's basically what they're getting at.
What? That makes no sense at all.
It doesn't really make sense at all either. But
It's the same as making movies. They're in the business of making money.
exactly.
Like, it has nothing to do. If anything, they're gonna pander.
Yeah, of course.
So it's the complete opposite. They're gonna be as inclusive as possible. They're gonna be so inclusive that it's gonna annoy people
Yeah.
more than anything. Like that's the last thing they would want to do is be like, oh, let's be racist about this. Like, that's ridiculous.
But I think that the actresses and the actors were so salty about it that they went on a rant about them being canceled.
Of course they did.
And then there was this
Good luck booking something else.
Yeah, no shit. Like
Losers.
like but you have to understand, like, Netflix is the biggest platform for film and TV period.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, that
Yeah.
is the biggest fucking platform.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. You're more than welcome to say your opinion about it. Speak up. But if the show didn't really resonate on that network, like, you have to leave with good graces so you
Yeah.
have an opportunity to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like-
Essentially.
like
I
just-
mean, they'll probably still be fine. I'm sure
Yeah,
they'll
definitely.
have agents. They'll be good. But
Definitely.
yeah, stop bitching so much. That's privilege when you complain about your show being canceled.
So,
But a lot of shows don't make it. A lot of shows go one season.
bro,
There's new shows every 3 months,
absolutely.
and probably at least 3/4 of them don't go past the first season.
Not at all.
It's
Did you
just
know
the
that,
world, man. There's more. I think there's more shows than ever, and like nobody knows about them because there's too much. There's too much content.
Did you watch Chernobyl?
No, I've heard a lot about
Fucking fire.
it. I haven't opened up Netflix in like 2 months.
Oh, it's not on Netflix. It's on I think Showtime or HBO. But I mean, I
Oh.
use the illegal sites to watch
Yeah.
them. So
Well, that's about like, yeah, in Russia, right?
it's about the event of Chernobyl.
I think it's in Russia, somewhere over there.
Yeah, it's definitely in Russia.
But how did the event go down? It was like a nuclear power plant that blew up or something.
Mhm.
Okay, because I remember I watched a movie called Chernobyl Diaries. You remember
Bro, that movie's fucking fire.
that was a cool movie.
Bro, that movie got such terrible ratings.
I liked it.
It was a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
And then you remember when their van died at Chernobyl,
Mhm.
and that bear was attacking the shit
Yeah.
and like fucked everybody up, and then they had to run inside like Chernobyl,
hmm
and then they all got fucked up.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying as fuck. It's a great movie.
Great idea. Great plot.
It's a great movie, but it got terrible reviews. But no, it's nothing like that. this is about like the actual events of Chernobyl.
Oh, like when it happened.
Yeah, like when it happened, like it was like it was dramatized to be a series, and I think that they displayed it very, very, very well. And it's only 5 episodes long, but like,
Really?
each episode is like each episode is an hour long. So
Whoa! It was in 1986.
that's not that long.
No, I thought it would be like in the 40s or something.
Nah, shit's fairly new.
Wow.
But there's this substance that they use to cover up the. There's this core that they were using to not pollute the air
hmm
to give off energy, and then somebody fucked up in there, and then they blew it up. But there was like all these little pieces of stone that were giving off radiation to people. Like say like there's like this rock right here, right?
Yeah.
That was protecting the core. You touch that shit, you're fucking dead.
Wow.
Like you're getting cancer,
That's terrifying.
and like your skin will like fall off the bone like a turkey leg.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a very, very scary series, but it was very dope to watch too.
That's crazy. That doesn't happen more.
Well, because they had
I'm
to
glad
fix
it
it.
doesn't. But damn. But yeah, so like that whole place became like a ghost town, right? There's still radiation there.
Yeah,
Like
so
you're
it was
still
there.
not allowed to walk in there.
Mm-mm.
That's wild.
And I think that's why the Shinobi Diaries, like the horror film, got such a bad rap because they filmed it there,
hmm
and like you're not supposed to be there, and like they kind of dramatize it to be a horror film.
Well, I mean, it's horrible, so
Yeah.
that counts.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's in the Soviet Union, so around Russia. Yeah, over there, where shit goes down. Russia seems like a crazy place.
We're gonna take a quick pause break because I have to pee.
All right, go ahead and pee. I can just play the rest of the song.
Go ahead.
I have to pee as well.
Job blows, doing promos. You don't get no photos. No more of this circle. See your soul in furlough. If you would snitch, it wouldn't hurt though. How you snitch on some shit that I ain't never take. You gave addresses and plates to every place that I stay. If you did it for the pay, that's all you gotta say. You ain't snitch rap, bitch, you a motherfucking snake.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you.
It's funny, I be trying to kiss some sleep. I ain't really worried if they gunning for me, but when they bring the maxes out to my family tree, I be damned if they catch me while I'm catching a Z. You never had to hold the fort down, usual. Heard you was crying on the floor, wow, do we know you like a child and you tore down. You should grow, wish I could fly into the course now. Fuck you, bro, I'm screaming fuck you. Hey, get luck, dude, you gonna need it if you ever catch Jizzy in a rough mood. I'm a
What?
bust move, that's how she do. That's
Yeah,
how
let's
we
go pee.
do. See through people, CP3U.
Alright, I'll pause it.
Ooh, C3PO, not a hero. Drive a steamboat through your team hole. I'm in beast mode when the heat on. Where the beat go, singing fuck you to a motherfucking genome. Check that key, whoa.
Fuck you.
Fuck you,
Fuck you.
fuck you, fuck you.
And we're back. That was the rest of the track from Black Sheep.
What up?
Shout out to that dude. I'll put a link in the description. Also, shout out to that dude for coming to the show on Friday, R&R. We packed the house. So, you know, like Hill City Comedy on Facebook. See more events. Come see us. Do stuff. It's
Black
fun.
Sheep, thank you so much for paying our bills.
Absolutely. Paying the bills.
We have $20 because of you.
Become a subscriber. You can get a t-shirt.
Anchor.
Yeah, go to anchor.com and leave a little thingy-mabop. I think we do have a pre-recorded ad for Anchor. But it's the best place to start a podcast.
Get that money.
Distributes for free. And you can start a Patreon. And people will give you money.
But we back and I feel good, so we took a little intermission.
That was your cigarette.
It was good.
Did we ever finish talking about your life after your DUI?
I mean,
You went to celibacy. We probably covered it. Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
yeah, I'm past podcast. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I got pulled over for DWI. I had to take care of that shit. I went celibate, which was really great for my mental health. I've been chilling ever since. Just
Great.
kind of waiting for my court date.
It's great for your mental health. In what ways? Just because you're not trying to pursue something, or you're not like chasing.
Absolutely,
vaginas?
yeah, definitely. That shit was fucked with me. I'm like, I'm trying to like talk to a
Mhm.
girl and
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Do you think it's like helps you like sexualize women less?
Absolutely, definitely.
Nice.
Like-
Interesting.
Like I just look at women, I'm just like, she's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's always a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I
Definitely.
agree. You know what I think messes with mental health? Pornography. I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it
Are-
off completely.
Well, you have a girlfriend, so it's easier. So
Yeah, it is easier. Cold turkey though. No, but I was listening to the podcast with Hotep Jesus. I
Mm.
don't know if you watched that one, but he was talking about like the Taoist, like the it's spelled Taoist, like this ancient Asian thing, where it was like when you ejaculate, you lose power.
Really?
Yeah, so they like recommend
Damn.
like you should only ejaculate like a couple times a month. Because like they say like if you're like a professional fighter, they tell you not to have sex before you perform, and they say that I think they say that with like most athletes, like don't have sex the night before.
Wow.
Yeah, so throws you off your game.
Damn, I jacked off before I came over here.
Yeah,
Fucking with you.
it happens. I wouldn't blame you. Sometimes,
But,
you go 3 in one day.
so-
it's a slow day.
Did you see my whole Twitter thing about me with the immigrants?
You with immigrants? Like taking pictures?
No, I wasn't. Bro, I'm not AOC. Relax.
Fake pictures, crying in front of a fence.
Oh man, that shit is so fucking pandering. But
That was so stupid.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's funny they caught her immediately.
But anyway, I had went on Twitter and I was talking about how Mexicans shouldn't come over to America.
Mm. And what was the argument for that?
There was really no solid argument. The whole thing was I had people telling me like, you don't get it, Matt. Like they're locking up kids. I'm like, well, I'm not talking about locking up kids.
Well, they are missing the point that they're locking them up. They're holding them, you know, for a reason, because they don't know who their parents are. These kids are here by themselves, and if we don't like keep them in a center somewhere, they're just gonna be free roaming,
Lost.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're gonna get into a sex trafficking ring.
Mm-hmm.
But also the conditions and where they're at could be a lot better. So I see both
Absolutely.
sides. Yeah.
Absolutely, dude. Bro, I've been in jail, and I've seen how they treat these little immigrant kids with the foil blankets.
Yeah.
And
But that's also because they don't have enough funding. They didn't prepare for there to be like millions of fucking people climbing over every day.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, it's just like it's kind of fucked up. Like when you go to jail, like you have more of a comfortable space to be put in than these kids.
And I think we just like allocated like $4 billion to the border for that purpose. So that's good. Or it might have been $4 million. I don't know. A substantial amount of money. So it's better. And I don't think everyone's painting it as, oh, the Republicans are so evil or the Democrats are so this, but
then Donald Trump, fuck Trump.
It's really just I think everyone agrees on the issue that we don't want to mistreat anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
We're painting pictures that half the country is evil and they want to like hurt kids. And it's not a fact at all. I don't think the president wants to hurt kids either. I think it's just people being dicks.
Absolutely. And then where I was getting at with I don't want immigrants to come over here, because I really don't think immigrants should come over here right now.
Well, you got to wait till 2020 or what?
I don't know when they have to wait, but I just don't want them over here right now because we have such strict border laws.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you come over here with your kids and if you get caught,
yeah,
you might get separated.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would you? I mean, fuck it. See, it's one of those things. It's like, I want to say, like, why would you take that risk?
Yeah.
But I get it. But at the same time, like, if you take that risk, like, this is what's gonna happen if you get caught.
Well, it's because they live in a shithole. And that's not to be insulting, but I mean, if it wasn't a shithole, you wouldn't be leaving.
But see, but at the same time, it's just like, okay, why don't you? Why doesn't Mexico build foundations for themselves there?
Because their government sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's arguments that the United States went and, you know, made those countries worse, but I don't know I don't know enough about history to even.
Me neither. To be honest with you, I'm just going
agree
off.
or disagree.
I'm just kind of going off of.
They're in a state of chaos, so it's just not. They're not in a good place to be, and so they're risking their lives, and I get that, you know. But I think so, yeah. I mean, in Europe, they don't have borders in between their countries. And
How's that working out for them?
I guess that works for them. I don't know, but they're also not the United States, like.
And they're also not Mexico.
Yeah, it's true. They don't have a country like Mexico around them. So or El Salvador, which is even worse than Mexico. Like, but the Mexican government did agree to put a shit ton of troops at the border,
which I think they should. But I think recently, the president of Mexico said that
Donald Trump actually scares world leaders, despite how much shit we talk.
And
on
that's
him.
fucking weird.
It is. He's respected. I mean, he's the first president to go to North Korea. And
really?
And everyone's talking. He's bringing peace between the Koreans, or at least maybe not peace, but they're talking, which is a step in the right direction.
Shit, but like Donald Trump is like on Twitter talking about like Rocket Man and subtweeting and shit. President.
He's a comedian.
Dude, he's definitely a comedian. He's really not a president, and I think it's like, you support Trump. I'm like, I don't really support Trump. I'm like, I'm not sitting here like rocking with Trump. Like, nah, I'm with the wall. I got you. Like, fuck fuck Mexicans. I'm with you. I'm with Trump. I'm like, no. I'm just I'm just looking at what's happening.
Yeah. And
I'm saying my part about it that makes sense.
You can support certain things about a candidate and not support them as a person.
Exactly.
Like, same with Obama. Like, I would argue with people, like, and I'd be for Obama, and I didn't really like him that much, but I was like, I don't think your arguments are really based on anything other than you don't like him. Like, you don't. You're not putting your thoughts into it. Yeah, and it's all people are just run off emotion, instead of like logic.
Especially with this whole this border thing, you know.
And if we had border security, there'd be less kids getting separated from their families. There'd be less people dying because they wouldn't be able to get into the country.
You know what's I had a conversation with my grandpa about this because my grandpa's family is from Mexico.
Mhm.
I'm not from Mexico, and he was telling me that a lot of these kids who come to these, I guess, who get caught by ICE, like
Yeah.
when they finally get here, they're malnourished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're
they're
at-
sick before they get to the border.
Yeah,
and
and
then they
then-
end up dying here, and then it's like, oh well, ICE killed this many kids.
I'm
It's like,
telling you, bro.
no,
It's
that,
like that type of
that
shit.
kid had an extreme fever
It's their parents.
traveling here. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
these,
like
these parents don't give a fuck about their kids, or
Basi-
like the
Oh, I mean, or they give two fucks.
or the MS-13 is using them and pretending them that they're kids so they can get through.
I don't know anything about the gangs, to be honest with you.
That's all fucked up.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's just like, it's like every time a kid comes here, and he gets killed in our custody, it's like we're bad.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, these kids came here because they're malnourished. Like their parents brought them over here. They
Mhm.
didn't feed them for 3 days,
mm-hmm.
and then when they get here, they're fucking tired. They had to swim.
Yeah,
They really did. They really have to swim on this past shit.
Mhm.
And by the time they get here, like these kids are fucking exhausted,
Mhm.
and then we don't have the resources to take care of them,
yeah, we don't.
and then they die,
Mm-hmm.
like in our custody, and then everybody's we're primarily people of our color, Hispanics, are so fucking pissed off
Yeah.
at that, and then they blame it on Trump. I'm like,
Yeah.
Trump's not the one to fucking blame.
Yeah, they're just reacting and without thinking is what
Exactly.
it comes down to. Because the same thing happened with Obama. The only difference is the mainstream media didn't cover it the same way.
Mm-mm.
Because he was a good president. He was a nice guy.
Our first black
Da-da-da.
president, yeah,
Yeah.
that type of shit.
And a ton of people were dying at the border back then.
Definitely.
And he was dropping drones on 8 different countries.
But you can't tell people that they're fucking stupid. Like they just want this a big figure to blame, and then when
That's true. You need someone to blame for everything.
Yeah,
And the president's always the face of that. So,
but like I mean, like that shit just fucking irks me. Like when I be on Twitter and it's just
Yeah.
like the Mexicans, like you remember that picture that circulated of that young man and his son.
yeah, it was gross. Like,
It-
why did they decide to take that picture and then put it everywhere?
I
Like,
mean,
out of how many other immigrant they waited till now to do that shit so they can make the president look bad.
it wasn't even that picture. It was the cartoon picture of Trump standing over
Oh yeah,
body
yeah,
and
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, Trump probably doesn't even know about this.
Yeah.
And then it's like, fuck
Well,
you
he's not directly involved. Those are rules we've had forever.
yeah. And then like Mexicans are over here saying like, fuck you if you voted for Trump, fuck you and fuck you and fuck this. I'm like, bro, like people who voted for Trump aren't bad people.
Yeah, not at all.
They voted for one specific reason that
Yeah.
applies to them.
They voted for economical reasons. And
Basically,
things
yeah.
like that. They didn't. I mean, you don't know. You can't possibly know everything that a potential president's going to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm voting for him for this reason. A lot of people voted for Trump because they hated Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Because there's a strong chance that she had people murdered.
hmm
A lot of people committed suicide around her.
I had an uncle who voted for Trump because he didn't trust Hillary Clinton because I guess he read an article and that said that Hillary was the cause of some army people's deaths.
Yeah, Benghazi.
Yeah, and then he's a veteran,
Hmm.
so he's like, fuck Hillary.
Yeah, and she lied about it too.
That's what I'm saying. So he voted for Trump strictly for that reason. He doesn't know anything else about Trump.
Hmm.
That was his only reason to vote for Trump.
Yeah.
And then now, like, when you vote for Trump, it's just like, fuck you, you're a fucking racist. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, they're not racist.
But
They're just ill-informed.
The same things I like about Trump are the same things I like about Andrew Yang. Just being an outsider, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And like, I just don't trust politicians. Like, if you watch the Democrat debates,
hmm
they're not talking like normal people.
No,
They're robots.
yeah, they're pandering.
It's disgusting.
They're pandering
I
as
hate
fuck.
watching it.
Bro, so did you see this past debate?
Yeah, I didn't watch either one of them, but I watched the highlights.
Okay. Well, I was watching like maybe like 20 minutes of it. And this shit was just like a fucking circus.
Yeah.
It was really like just a fucking circus. And then so I'm tuning in for 20 minutes and I see them, back and forth with the woman, with, the old white man, and then the guy who's not really winning. But I'm sitting there watching it because I want to watch it for Andrew Yang.
Yeah, because they turned his mic off.
Well, see, I didn't know that at the time, so I'm watching this. I'm like, where's my guy Andrew?
He kept talking, but his mic wasn't on.
Okay, so you see, I didn't know, like, where's my guy at?
Mm-hmm.
But then he gets on Twitter and he's like, yo, like, I kind of feel not uncomfortable in this space, but it's just not his.
Yeah, he's not built for that. Like, these are politicians. And these are like salesmen, and
they're salesmen.
They've been practicing this for decades, and he's just a businessman who has good ideas. And he's honest.
But at the same time, I don't want to promote, like, I'm degrading him.
Yeah.
Because I totally agree with his aspect of it, but it was just so. And then, like, they shut off his mic too.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really, really fucked up unless he was called upon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't think you can be a nice and honest person and be president. I don't think it's possible.
Maybe not.
He's too good to be president.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do think so. He's not going to get the attention he deserves, for sure.
But I feel like.
Yeah, you would think that, but
a lot of people don't have common sense. So.
Yeah, a lot of people are already, like, dedicated to Biden or Warren or Bernie.
Fuck Bernie, bro, and fuck Biden.
I don't like any of them. And that's the thing, though, is like their whole thing on the Democratic side is like, oh, we're gonna give free healthcare to everybody. We're gonna give healthcare to immigrants. We're gonna defund
but
ICE.
How?
And it's like you're giving all these things to people who aren't even American citizens. Like, you're up there selling to Mexico is what they're basically doing.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
Mexicans don't even vote, so I don't.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is they, like, New York did that, where you can now, they're giving licenses to illegal immigrants, and so now these illegal immigrants can vote.
License for what?
Licenses to, like, drive and everything.
Oh, okay.
Like, you don't have to be a citizen to go through this process and get a license. So now these people in New York can vote, and that's voter fraud. The whole thing about hating Russia or potentially, whatever they called it, getting within the votes. They want to do that for themselves with illegal immigrants.
Okay, so how do illegal immigrants come over here, get their license, get their jobs, like, legally? Because you would think
it's a long process.
But I'm saying, like, but you would think that it would be a process of an illegal immigrant to come here and then go to school, do all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because,
well, first of all, they have to have, like, a legit reason to come into the country.
Okay, but
and, like, a work visa.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I'm talking about people. I went to school with Cap Rock.
Yeah.
So I went to school with like maybe like four or five immigrants that I know that are not from this country, but we went to school together. So I'm like, how the fuck do you get into school?
It's a good question.
I'm like, they got them into school and we go to school together. Like, you would think that.
Well, yeah, like, Paladero High School has, like, 23 languages. They have, like, people from Sudan. They have everything.
Well, I don't know about Paladero because I went to Cap Rock, but
I'm sure Cap Rock's not far off. They're not in the same area, but they're generally close together.
But what I'm saying is how did they make it past that and then still be in the school system? And the school system is like, yeah,
Well, they have to have some sort of documentation work, I would assume.
You think so?
Like, their parents, I don't know. I don't know. That I still, like, I'm still friends with a guy who was from Mexico, and he just became a citizen at 25, 26. But his parents moved him here when he was 4, and they did it the legal way. Like, I don't know if they're citizens, but I know that nothing they did was, like, underhanded or anything. So, I mean, that's the only experience I have, is just seeing him. Like, he learned English in 4th grade, and then he just moved up, and now he's where he's at. He's, like, working for the sheriff's office, so doing really well.
Good for him.
But yeah, I don't know how the illegal thing works.
I really don't know either, because
let's get an illegal immigrant on.
See, so the reason I ask you, because I feel like you would know, because I feel like you're smarter than me, but
absolutely.
Yeah. That's no debate. I'll give it to you 100%.
No,
but I went to school to this with this guy named, his name is Jose Varela.
Yeah.
And I've been going to school with Jose since middle school. I've been to school with him since middle school, since high school, and I've kind of fucked with him outside of high school, like when we graduate, but we don't really fuck with him that much. But
when you fuck with him, do you mean like in the butt?
Relax.
All
but he got deported because I guess apparently he did some shit here. It wasn't like massive or anything, but he was just undocumented here.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get a speeding ticket,
Yeah, but
they're gonna find out.
of course. And but what I'm saying is, he has 2 kids already here by a woman that lives and is from here, and then they deported him.
You better get married. I'm just playing.
But I think it's kind of fucked up where they kind of send somebody back that, like, you already have 2 children here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your baby mom's here, your whole family's here, and then you kind of fuck up a little bit, and then you get sent back to Mexico, and it's like you can't come back until you do this and that type of shit, which I think is kind of fucked up. I think that, my personal opinion, I feel like if you make it here, fuck it, stay.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like, if you're not, you know, like, committing crimes, doing heinous acts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, I think there should be a process to, get some sort of dual citizenship.
I'm not really sure about his condition, but from what I've heard, I think it was over some, like, maybe like a traffic ticket or some small shit. But shout out to Jose, man. Praying for you.
Is he still? How long ago did that happen?
It's happened like maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. Yeah.
And what's do you know the process when you get kicked out? Like,
I have no clue at all.
See, like, I don't know how easy it is, or what you have to do to be like, hey, I'm coming into this country legally. I don't have no idea. Get a passport.
I have no clue, bro. But see, like, the whole thing is, with Americans, we can get a passport and go anywhere the fuck that we want.
Yeah.
Like, we just have a passport. Like, oh, you have a passport? Okay, cool. How long are you here? For the weekend. Just come to the country. And it's so fucking easy for us anywhere where we want. But then, like, Mexicans, it's like, damn.
But I mean, I'm sure there's countries that are like, hey, you can't just post up here for the rest of your life. You gotta
dip out.
You gotta do something. You gotta take a test or something. I don't know. Maybe.
But on some real shit, I really don't know how that affects the economy where we have so many immigrants coming over here. Well, actually, no, fuck that. I do know how that affects the economy because I work.
I don't think it hurts the economy as much as they pretend it does.
No, it absolutely doesn't. I worked for my grandpa since I was 11, and these men put in like so much fucking work.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking like just fucking work. I work with this guy that's been working with my grandpa since I was 11, and he came here as an illegal immigrant, but he ended up like getting all his shit like together, like figuring out how the whole process works, and now he's a citizen. But ever since I've been working with him since I was 11, we do demolition work, and
you blow stuff up.
No, demolition work. We just like haul off like all the shit that the house builders like get rid of.
Oh, does demolition not mean explosion?
No. I mean maybe it can, but in my field, we haul off all the wood, copper, all that other shit, and take it to the dump grounds.
And you sell it?
He does.
Hell yeah. You can get a lot of money for copper out here. I don't know how it works.
No. I'm telling you, bro. Like, he gets the copper every fucking day. He collects this little copper out of everything that we have to haul off, and then he collects wood. Like, when he first moved here, he lived in a trailer house. He still lives in a trailer house, but that's so fucking nice. And he didn't pay he didn't pay for a fucking dime.
That's badass.
He got it from working with me and my grandpa, like just fucking like collecting copper,
just building it on.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
He's been working with my grandpa since I was like 11. He's probably like one of the most hardest. But
immigrant mentality, as Joey Diaz says.
Definitely. And then he has like 2 houses here, 3 houses in Mexico, and he's he's the source of income. And I know I know
for like his family back home.
Yeah. And I know how much he gets paid because I fill out his checks.
Yeah.
So I mean, he makes like maybe like $600 a week, which is great.
Yeah.
If you're by yourself.
Yeah.
But then like he does all this other shit where he's collecting wood, building his own house to make it look so fucking nice, and building he's collecting copper every fucking day. He's collecting cans, bro. I'm telling you, bro,
he's just grinding.
Bro, he's been doing this shit for 11 years.
Oh yeah.
And so he's fucking rich.
That's what's up.
He's fucking hood rich.
Oh, yeah.
Like my grandpa told me, like, I think maybe like earlier last year, and my grandpa was telling me, he's like, yeah, Manuel hasn't cashed his check in like 3 weeks.
Damn.
I'm
That's
telling
what's
you,
up.
bro. Like he's just a fucking grinder. I mean, he's
That's
old
cool.
as fuck. He's like 50
I
something.
like
but,
that. I like that. That's what I'm trying to do is get like 3 or 4 forms of income.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's like millionaires have like an average of 6 sources of income. And I'm just trying to get like 2 to 3 right now. But
Absolutely, I feel like you should.
yeah, having one job doesn't cut it anymore unless you're like have a badass job, unless you're a doctor or a lawyer.
But none of
You
us
work on
always
Wall Street.
have like a really badass job. So
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
I feel like most of us. No, actually, I actually wanted to ask you. Do you feel like college, for you, was a waste?
The experience was good. The people I met, the networking was good.
Do you have a degree?
Yeah.
And what's your degree?
It's in communications, applied communications, advertising, public relations, and I have a minor in marketing.
So, do you think that applies to what you're doing right now?
Slightly.
So
I mean, you can do sales jobs with it. I essentially got into it because I did a test and it said I'd be good at public relations.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took an advertising class, and I was just like, oh, I can be funny in this class. I can perform in front of people and make people laugh, and I can possibly make funny commercials down the road. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I graduated, and I was like, never mind, I don't do that.
It's like fuck.
Yeah, because then I'd have to be in a boardroom and be like throwing out ideas. And they'd be like, oh, we don't like that idea. You know, I don't want to get to work for a corporation.
So, do you feel like your college experience was? I mean, do you feel like your
It was worth the money I spent on it.
Okay.
The money that I'm continuing to pay for, or the loans I'm continuing to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and in a sense it was a waste, but like I met a lot of great people,
Of course.
which I could, but I made some good connections, you know.
Absolutely.
I think a degree, and that's, I mean, I guess it looks good on a resume. Most people don't give a shit. Every interview I've been in they don't give a shit if you have a degree.
I give a fuck. I was working at Walgreens when I was 22, which I'm almost 26 now. But I was working at Walgreens when I was 22, and I lied on my resume and told them that I had finished college.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked there for 3 months, and the manager was already training me to be assistant manager.
Nice.
And I'm the youngest man working there.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's been like old dudes who've been working there for like 6 years,
Yeah.
assistant managers, and he's training me.
Nice.
And I lied.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, this shit doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're giving me this opportunity when there's been dudes here have been working for like 7 years, like busting their fucking ass, and like I come over here and like tell you like, yeah, well, I have this you know, I have this degree in social work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I work with people. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. So you know, I'm gonna start you off this for a month. I'm gonna build you up. And then I had my coworkers, which were primarily female. They were like, I think he's sexist because he's giving you all these opportunities, and we've been working here for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shit, I mean, maybe, but I lied on my.
I mean, when it comes to like college, I think experience trumps everything. Because I know someone that didn't finish college. They lied, and they're like doing extremely well, and they run a bunch of like companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just going the extra semester, would that have changed anything?
Probably not.
Not at all. Not at all. So yeah, it's experience over everything. A degree doesn't give you shit. Someone who's been doing a job 20 years is going to be a lot better at it than a guy who graduates from Stanford, you know?
Yeah, of course. But then at the end of the day, I feel like, I mean, the person who's done it for 20 years gets comfortable and doesn't want to excel themselves. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, I guess it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always someone who started at the very bottom
Mm-hmm.
and grinded their way to the top, and then they get jumped over in your situation,
Mm-hmm.
similar to that, by someone who's like, oh, well, you know, my dad knows the owner, and I just got my degree, so he's going to let me be the assistant manager. Or it's like, oh, well, my dad owns the company,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a piece of shit who's never worked a day in his life, but I have a degree now, so...
Mm-hmm.
And then that guy runs the company to the ground.
I mean, but I think this is exactly how it is, because I mean, I feel like you can apply to any job and then put down whatever you want, especially with my job, because I work for my grandpa, bro.
Mm.
Like, every job that I've applied for, like when I wanted to leave,
Yeah.
supervisor, baby. Like, what are you gonna do? Call my grandpa, like, hey, so was Matthew Martinez was your supervisor of your company? Yes, sir.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But it's just that type of shit. But I mean, but like, if I get hired on, I have to act like a supervisor. But I
Yeah.
really don't know how to
It,
act like a
it
supervisor.
depends on how much you think you're worth.
Hmm? I mean that too, but I feel like it kind of depends on how much you can scam the system.
Yeah, and you also have to show your worth to a company.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna sit there and be like, yo, I'm a supervisor of this company,
Mhm.
Pedro Mendes Enterprises. We make it sound like all nice and shit,
Yeah.
and then they hire me, and then I'm there not doing shit. Like, you still have to prove what the fuck you're worth.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think a lot of people, when they graduate college and they have all this debt, they don't realize that you still have to work your ass off. Like, they think, at least in my mind,
mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, once I have this degree, I'm going to get so many job offers.
And that didn't happen,
Everyone's
huh?
going to want to hire me. But they don't give a shit. Like, you
No,
have
absolutely
to,
not.
like, hard work. Like, you think college is hard until you go into the real world and you're like, oh, that was a cakewalk. That was fucking...
Nothing. It was nothing.
That was high school part 2. That wasn't shit.
Shit.
And I think people are realizing now that a lot of college degrees are
Bullshit.
are obsolete. Yeah, they're
Bullshit.
unnecessary.
They're fucking bullshit.
They really are. Like, and there should be a bigger push to get into trade, because you can make so much money
Mm-hmm.
doing all kinds of things. Being an electrician, or doing I always forget the name of this. It's not soldering. It's where that welding.
Welding,
You can
yeah.
make a ton of money welding.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Easily make 6 figures, and that job's not going anywhere. You're never gonna have enough people welding,
Exactly.
or doing pipeline, or working the oil fields.
But at the same time, like, I mean, it's hard work, and then not everybody wants to do hard work. Like everybody wants to be a
Yeah.
musician, everybody wants to be an entertainer, everybody wants to be a fucking comedian. Like,
Yeah.
you're not putting the work in.
Yeah, that's why you can't make everyone equal. You can't,
You really can't.
because there's always going to be lazy people, and there's always going to be people that prefer to be poor. There's people that could go, you know, and get a job and do better for themselves,
Mhm.
but they want to live in a tent, and that's just their preference. And then I know there's some people that are downtrodden and they don't have opportunities,
Mhm.
but then there's the people who just don't give a shit and they just don't want to work hard and they don't want to get a job.
Yeah.
And those people exist,
There's people like
and you can't guarantee them having a successful life. Like, at least politicians are like pushing this shit to where, like, oh, let's make everyone we got to help the lower class, we got to help the poor community.
fuck the local community.
I mean, and you should incentivize them, but you can't hold their hand, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the welfare state has totally ruined the black community, and people don't really talk about that. But
Mhm.
like, they were thriving, you know, like they were doing better than the white people at one point, the black people in this country.
Really?
Yeah, and they created the welfare state, where it was like, you know, if you're a single mom, we'll pay you some extra money, and we'll pay you for each kid. So then they essentially broke up the black families, and that's why it's worse than it was in, like, I want to say, like, the 50s or 60s.
Mhm.
Like, but right before the welfare state, they were doing really well. They were thriving. It's crazy. It's crazy how much history they just kind of mull over. Like, there was a Black Wall Street in 1921, and it got destroyed. Like,
By who?
Hundreds of people died by the angry white people, and it was in Santa Fe, I believe. It was somewhere in New Mexico, but yeah, there's been several times in history where the black community's thriving, the minorities are doing extremely well, and then something goes off, and then it's in the state it's in now.
So when you say that something goes off, like something goes off with the white people?
Yeah, essentially with the Santa Fe thing and with the welfare, that was the government creating the welfare state, and it's created way more poverty.
Okay, so do you think that the government created the welfare state for blacks to be lazy, or, I mean, not blacks, but like people of color, all of us?
Yeah, blacks.
Yeah,
Mostly blacks. Yeah.
mostly blacks though. But don't get me wrong, I don't want to make it seem like, you know, it's just like mostly blacks. My mom's been on welfare like plenty of times, but
yeah, my mom was on food stamps.
yeah, I'm saying, like, you know, so you
Wick.
can relate.
Shout out to Wick.
Shout out to Wick, definitely. I got hot Cheetos and Mad Cokes off of you. But anyway, do you think that they set it up for us to take advantage of that and then be like, yo, they're fucking poor, so that's why we have to take care of them?
Yeah, I mean,
So what I'm saying is, like, they see us doing great, and it's like, yo, I'm gonna give you this free shit. I'm gonna give you this fucking this WIC and these food stamps, so you can feel fucking lazy about yourself. I'm giving you this so you can stop achieving your dreams. Here, fuck it. Here, take food stamps.
Yeah, in a
Stop shooting
sense,
your
and
dreams.
I think it was more also to like get their vote, because when I can't remember the president's name, I want to say, I don't know if it was Woodrow Wilson. I'm sorry, Woodrow Wilson's family, if you're hearing this.
Fuck you,
But
Wilson. I don't give a fuck.
but when they passed the vote to let black people vote,
Mhm.
he coined the term the nigger bill.
Really? Is that,
And
is
he
that-
was-
is
yeah.
that- is that- is that-
And there's quotes. You can find these quotes online. He
Okay.
said, "I'm going to have these niggers voting Democrat for the next century." There's a real quote.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. So it's awful. It's all
God damn.
it's all shitty.
And here we are, two fucking dumb idiots, just like, yeah, maybe
It's
this
crazy.
is it, yeah.
I've been reading that Thomas Sowell book. You saw it one day. It's like I forget, white liberals or white rednecks, black liberals, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, he goes into detail about all this stuff that we just kind of, our history class doesn't teach us.
Yeah,
And
because our history classes are more formed for glorifying white people.
Yeah. And
Which,
back,
which is not even a racist thing to say, because like, you know how like
like they wrote the history books, you know?
exactly.
Like,
It's just like we can't go to fucking history class without white people seeming like they did what they did.
there were black men who fought in the Civil War, or not the Civil War, the American Revolution.
Really?
They fought in the Civil War as well, but people don't realize that there were black men fighting for America's freedom
Mm.
in like the 1700s.
But do you
And
know
there were Egyptians that had come to America.
Egyptians?
There were already black people here before Columbus was here,
Mm-hmm.
and our history doesn't teach us that. But
I never knew that, 'cause-
Egyptians were sailing over here. Like they had boats. Like they teach us in history class that these Africans,
Christopher Columbus came over
yeah,
here.
they're
Fucking
like these Africans. All they had
body
was,
y'all motherfuckers.
all they had was spears. They were basically retarded, and it's like no, they were sailing across the world. Like they
Mm.
had the same shit we did. We just
Mm.
didn't. We're just learning from the European perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were Egyptians over here. Like when Columbus got here, there were already Africans here.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's some fucked up shit.
it really is.
The whole school system is like really fucked up.
And I don't even think it's just a miseducation. I don't think people are intentionally misleading.
Oh no,
Kids,
no, absolutely not. Well, let me think about it. Nah, I can't really say. I agree with you 100% because I think that every teacher that I've had, in school, like always wanted us to know, but they couldn't really tell us.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or they would get fired.
yeah. It's. I think it's kind of like the politically correct thing.
Mhm.
Like if you really want to know history, you have to know the bad parts of it. It's the same
Absolutely.
thing. I was having this discussion.
Absolutely.
I was having this discussion about modern day religion. Like
Mhm.
any of these big churches you go to, they're just like, oh, life is good. You're gonna be good. Jesus loves you, and that's the whole sermon. And it's like, no, tell us about the Bible. Tell us about the bad shit. Tell us about everything. Like we're not getting any closer to God
Like, what did God do?
by fucking pandering to people.
Like, why
you're
was
not,
God bad?
You're not.
Why do people put God?
They're not spreading a real message.
Exactly, definitely.
They're just making you happy. It's just a social club.
I think they're just trying to keep you like in this little bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have to come to terms with, your sins, your convictions, the things that you feel guilt and shame about,
Mhm.
and you have to discuss those things, and you have to better
Absolutely.
yourself. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this shit because the pastor at church didn't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
He just said I have to be happy and everything's okay. And
Mhm.
it's like, what? You're not learning anything.
No.
It's and that's
Especially as a human, like I mean, like
that's the same thing with our education.
100%.
Hide all the bad shit. Hide all the bad shit. These kids can't handle it.
No shit.
And that's why most of the millennials or Gen Zs or whatever don't know about the Holocaust.
They really don't.
No, they don't. And that's why the AOC thinks it's totally fine to just call it whatever she wants, a concentration camp.
Oh, okay. Let's get into the AOC shit real quick. With okay, for people who don't know who AOC is, will you tell them?
Oh, she's like a congresswoman who's like 27. She used to be a bartender, and she's in my opinion, I would
She's smart.
I would
smart.
define her as the left side's Trump, someone who just talks out of their ass
Mhm.
and doesn't ever apologize when they say something stupid.
Okay.
They just double down. So she's just a mouthpiece
Okay.
for
And then,
the radicals.
all right. So she said that from what I've seen, she said that the Mexicans are being held in concentration camps,
Mhm.
which is false.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
false as fuck.
Absolutely false.
Because I mean,
Because there was never a point to where the Jews were like running to Hitler and being like, "Hey, we really want you to lock us up. You know what I mean? We're trying to get in. They didn't rush
Basically.
into the Nazis,
Basically, it's two separate shit.
and they were there to be killed. Like,
Yeah.
there's no argument against that. You can't
Okay.
be like, oh, no, they were just workers. They just lived in bad conditions. Like, no, they were there to be murdered brutally.
Yeah, well, see, I feel like the Jews got tricked into going into those concentration camps. Like, yo, we can get you the fuck out of here, type shit. I don't know. This is me talking off my ass.
Mhm.
So, from my perspective, I feel like the Jews got talked into going over there, and then when they got there, like, oh shit, we're getting fucking killed.
I don't even know. That's a good point. I don't know how
Yeah,
they
I don't know.
rounded them up, essentially.
I don't know either, cause to me that's fucking wild. Like, why the fuck
Yeah.
would you go in this fucking train? Like, you're gonna get
Yeah.
fucking burned.
Well, I was
But-
told that.
But what I'm saying is, like, they have to not know, because I don't think anybody would get on a train knowing that they're gonna
well,
get killed.
it happened slowly over time.
Hmm.
So, like, by the time it did happen, it was normal, and they were like, "Yeah, get these fucking Jews out of here." I'll tell on them, you know, because they had seen so much propaganda, and also anti-Semitism was already a big thing in Germany
Mhm.
before Hitler even came to power. So he was just like riding that wave and making it bigger. But yeah, I don't know how they rounded them up.
I don't know
Essentially,
either.
I don't think because they had to know, like, there was definitely propaganda.
Mhm.
And they just dehumanized them,
And Hitler was like probably one of the greatest public speakers of all time.
probably. He did a lot of drugs.
I didn't support, but I'm just giving credit where it's due. He's a really great public speaker.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with anything he said, but
His speeches are fun to watch. I don't know what he's saying. I know it's bad.
I mean,
He's got a lot of energy up there, though.
Fucking terrible.
Hell of a performer.
But you know,
He'd kill an open mic.
I think where AOC was getting at, and which I think any politician who says that what the government is doing to Mexicans is compared to the Holocaust, I'm like, no. But at some point, I'm like, I kind of get why they want to compare it,
Mhm.
because they want people to be freaked out about it.
Yeah. That's all it is. But that she backed down from saying, she was like, no, there's concentration camps before the Holocaust.
Mhm.
It's
Absolutely.
like, yeah, but you weren't saying that when you weren't implying that. When you said concentration camp, you knew what you were implying. And then she backed up and she was like, no, there's other concentration camps. Like, you knew what the fuck you were saying.
Basically,
you said that to get a reaction.
basically, she wanted people to think that Mexicans were getting treated like Jews.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're not, but
She was comparing the conditions.
I mean, regardless, it's still fucked up how they're getting treated.
yeah.
Okay.
But we're not treating them that way because we think they're less than human or because we think they don't deserve
It's just because
a good life.
I just think that people who are working there are just told what to do, and they're like, fuck it, we have to like contain them so
Yeah.
we can do my job. I'm trying to get paid. I'm not saying it's right,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, I mean, this is kind of what they do.
And what's the other option?
I have no
Is
clue.
the thing. Like, what's
Shit,
the,
I don't know.
other than just letting everyone come through and just do whatever they want?
But see,
What's
I
the
don't,
other option?
I really don't know what would benefit from letting everybody come through, because I just really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's a good thing, and I don't know if it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely people who want into this country who aren't good people.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, there's definitely people who are beheading people and sex trafficking people and bringing in heroin and
Hmm.
fentanyl, however you
But-
say that shit.
But I don't really, I really don't think it's all that though. I just feel like,
No, it's definitely not all of it, but
Yeah,
it
but-
does exist.
but I feel like the majority of it is just them wanting to get the fuck out of there,
Yeah.
to get the fuck away from that shit.
They're in a horrible place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I was talking about on Twitter, where I was saying I think Mexicans should just stay over there and build a foundation.
Hmm.
I really think they should. Don't get me wrong, it's hard
Yeah.
as fuck. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking hard. It's
Yeah.
super fucking hard.
Because it's so corrupt.
Yeah, it's
The police are corrupt. Everything's corrupt there.
it's super fucking corrupt.
They have to have a full-on revolution.
Basically, yeah, because I mean,
And then it's even worse south of Mexico, like in El Salvador, Honduras. The gangs run those countries.
absolutely.
Those countries are run by gang members.
But what I'm saying is, like, they're fucked regardless. Like, let's talk about
El Chapo's a fucking hero.
this fucking stupid. I'm telling you, like when I see this type of shit, I'm like, this is y'all's hero. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like Mexico is like my people, and it's your people too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to like wish them bad, but I'm just saying, like, because I don't know all the answers, but I don't want them to come here, because if they come here and they get caught, they're gonna end up like everybody at the border.
Mhm.
trapped in fucking cages. So like it's like, go, bro, chill out. Let us figure this fucking shit out. It might take a year
Yeah.
or two.
Well,
Let us-
I think they're just in a space where they don't feel like they have any other choice. Where it's like, I got 3 kids.
Yeah.
How am I gonna put food on the table when
yeah, but see, what the thing
I
is,
can't find a job here?
see, but the thing is a lot of them can't swim. They really can't.
Yeah, I mean that.
They're always dying.
Well, the current pulls you in. If a river's flowing fast, it's hard as fuck to swim in there.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, if even if you try to swim over here, it's like, yo, they have to swim over here. Blah blah blah. They have to do all this and that. I'm like, they don't have to swim.
Yeah,
Stay fucking over there so you don't die. And then even if you make it here, like, there's another chance you might get caught.
Yeah.
And there's another chance that you might get separated from your family.
yeah,
I'm not saying I don't want you here. I'm saying don't come here until we figure this shit out.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's not even like a degrading thing.
But it's not even like something that we can just figure out, because it's something that's.
And you're absolutely right.
They're gonna argue about it for the next 2 years.
20 years for being
Yeah.
real.
I mean,
Dude.
I don't see Trump. I don't think anyone's gonna beat Trump.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Shit, bro. On some real shit, I'm really, really holding on to Andrew Yang. I really want him to win.
I mean, that would be awesome.
hmm I feel like
I think it's gonna come down to like Elizabeth Warren and Donald Trump, and then he's gonna rip the shit out of her because she lied about being an Indian, and then everyone's gonna be like, yeah, this
you
bitch,
think her
this bitch is dumb. Yeah,
out of everybody.
I think they're gonna prop her up. No, because Bernie's kind of old now. Bernie's been saying the same thing. Everyone's kind of over Bernie. Joe Biden's weak. It might be Kamala Harris.
They're all nah. Fuck out of here. Not Kamala.
I don't like her at all, but
No.
it could be her. I think it's her or Elizabeth Warren right now.
To be honest with you, I feel like these presidential candidates, their best bet is social media. If I'm being 100%, and I think Andrew Yang has it in the bag. To be honest with you, he's funny. He talks about sports, and then
But
I'm-
everyone just knows about him as the universal basic income guy.
of course,
He's not rehearsed. He's not going to win a debate. I mean, he might come through and destroy a debate, but
but the thing is he's not about the antics. I feel like me and you see it.
yeah,
Like me and you are like pretty knowledgeable people that we see that he doesn't need to be up on these stages
Mhm.
because it's a fucking circus.
yeah, you have to be like a fake person. You have to pander.
Yeah. And he even said on his Twitter, he's like, "Yo, he's like, I kind of felt uncomfortable on that stage. Like, it's not kind
You
of
have
like
to
my
you
thing."
have to be willing to attack your rivals, even the people next to you. Like Kamala Harris went off on Joe Biden in the last debate.
I mean,
You have to be
kinda.
willing to attack people. And
I mean,
drop-
kind of, but I feel like it shows a lot that he didn't. Which
no,
he,
it definitely does. That's why I said he's too good to
Yeah.
be president.
No shit. But honestly, he didn't get the chance to because they shut off his mic. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
what the fuck? And then now I'm looking at the shit at these debates. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna shut out the person who has
Yeah.
the most fucking like?
No one is saying what he's saying. That's why I compared him to Donald Trump, because he's going to the Midwest and he's saying, "Hey, we're gonna lose these jobs.
Mm,
This is my plan." You know, he has
absolutely, yeah.
He's not just like everyone else, like Elizabeth Warren and everyone else is just taking Bernie's ideas
Mm,
and trying to make them more extreme.
mm,
Everyone's just pulling from Bernie, so that's why he seems weak now. Like I was listening to another podcast and they were saying that they're bringing in all these politicians because the Democrats don't want Bernie to be president.
I don't think anybody wants Bernie president. he's about to kick. He's about to get the bag.
Because they think he's like too far socialist, and they just don't want him. They think he's too extreme. And he could have. I'm not saying he would have, but he would have done a lot better than Hillary Clinton in the 2016 elections. But they cheated him out of the election,
Mm.
and he's still loyal to this party that doesn't even fucking like him. It blows my mind. But I don't know. I think Trump's got it. I think he's got it pretty easily, unless the economy tanks. Trump's got it. That's the only thing. Or we start another war. If he goes to war with Iran, or the economy tanks, he might lose. But other than that, I mean, the economy's doing well.
Shit,
I think the majority of Americans are happy. You know,
yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm good. We're here doing the
yeah.
podcast.
Like nothing drastic has happened. He
Mm.
hasn't shot anybody. You know,
He's just talking a bunch of shit. But you know what I mean, like calling
But
homeboy
he-
Rocket Man, and I think they kind of duke it out. But
but it kind of works. It works for him in
Yeah.
a weird way.
in a
I
weird
don't
way,
know. But I mean, his shit talking has got him this far, so he's not gonna stop.
no, absolutely not.
And plus, I would enjoy another 4 years under Trump. I'm having the time of my life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a great time.
Mm,
Shout out to my half white privilege.
I I think I'm gonna have to. I definitely have to disagree with you with another 4 years of Trump. Because I really don't want another 4 years of Trump. I really
Other
don't.
than Andrew Yang and maybe Tulsi Gabbard,
Mm.
I would prefer Trump over everyone else. Literally everyone else.
Okay, you said over Andrew Yang.
Yeah,
Okay,
besides
cool. Okay,
besides
cool.
Andrew Yang and Tulsi,
Mhm.
yeah, fuck everybody else. So if it's not Yang or Tulsi Gabbard in the final,
Okay.
I'm gonna vote for Trump, or I might not vote. Those are my two options.
To be honest with you, I really can't say because I really don't know who else is in the run besides Andrew Yang. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I mean-
like I'm diehard Andrew Yang, so it's just like.
Fuck Biden, fuck Warren, fuck Bernie,
But
fuck Kamala Harris, fuck Cory Booker. Beto O'Rourke is a fucking pussy. Fuck that
Yeah,
dude.
fuck Beto O'Rourke. Yo, Beto O'Rourke is a fucking loser.
He really is. I
Yo,
can't
suck
stand
my
that
dick,
guy.
loser.
He was like, everyone's immigrating to America because America caused climate change.
Yo, he's a fucking idiot.
We're ruining their country because of the climate change that we created.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Está bien? Get the fuck out of here, you fucking loser.
Your name's Robert.
Yeah, bro, and then like
He's full white. He's not even half.
that's what I'm saying.
He's
Like
not even a quarter.
I feel like
He's
everybody,
full white.
bro. I feel like everybody who supports fucking Beto O'Rourke thinks he's Mexican. Like he's not Mexican.
Ted Cruz is browner than you, bitch.
I'm telling you, get the fuck out of here, Beto. Fuck you.
He's got a real name, Raphael. Oh, that's funny.
It's a bunch of fucking It's weird that I can talk to you about political shit because like when I'm talking about it, I'm like I feel like I don't know, but then I know. It's like whoa, like we're having a conversation about political shit. And
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm keeping up. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Because I've been trying to educate myself more about this type of shit.
Yeah.
Because you have to educate yourself about this type
Mhm.
of shit because it matters to you.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when we're younger, it's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. This it's not gonna affect me. Like in the long run, it kind of might.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't know how it affects, but I mean, I think right now it's more interesting than ever because of the president is a fucking clown. You know?
Yeah, no shit. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking clown. Don't get me wrong. Like, do not get me wrong. When I say that, I don't think all immigrants should or any person of color should be mad at Donald Trump. Donald Trump said some fucking stupid shit.
Absolutely.
But when I get on Twitter and I'm talking about like this has nothing to do with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But they're just like fuck Trump. Example, I was on Facebook the other day, right? And I seen this picture of this Mexican guy, and he was holding a that cart to sell the ice creams,
Mhm.
and then in front of him was a white guy holding up a sign for some money, and it was like Mexicans work harder than white people,
Yeah, I've seen that too.
and it was like hashtag fuck Trump. I'm like, what the fuck does Trump have to do with this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But see, what I'm saying is, I think that our people, which there are people, channel their anger towards somebody that doesn't even give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would you channel all your anger to Donald Trump? And Donald Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. Channel your
Yeah,
anger to something
like-
fucking more meaningful.
You're letting this guy, like,
Control the fuck out of you. And
dictate
then-
your mood.
Yeah, well, see, I'm not only holding them accountable, I'm holding the people who make these fucking memes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all propaganda.
It's all fucking propaganda. It's all fucking
It's
stupid.
ridiculous. And I don't even, like, what was it? It was, I had an example of that where they were removing Trump's Hollywood sign, the star, on the ground.
What the fuck is they gonna do?
Yeah. And it's like, oh, we made a petition so we can move the sign.
They're gonna make another one tomorrow.
Why? But they still have Bill Cosby and Kevin Spacey. And I made that point, and then people are like, oh, you're defending Trump. Never argue with the Trumpster. And it's like,
Fuck
I'm
outta
not
here.
defending Trump. I'm telling you there's a fucking rapist who still has this Hollywood sign.
These people are
And they're
fucking
like,
stupid.
well, Trump's also a rapist. And he might be, but, like,
Maybe.
all the people that came forward to call Trump a rapist, like, were either lying or they didn't. They were lying. Like, they're not
Basically,
around
yeah.
anymore.
Mhm.
Like, there's that lady that came through recently, and she was, like, called rape sexy. She's out of her fucking mind. Like, you don't. I don't know. There's so many false accusations. Like, when that dude Kavanaugh was about to get instated in the Supreme Court, all these people came forward saying he raped them.
Mhm.
And then two of them were like, oh, we lied. And so it's like, this is fucking, I don't know. I mean, he might have grew up some people. You can't prove it or disprove it, but, like, just labeling him a rapist is, like,
Yeah,
what they're
exactly.
going to.
Exactly.
Even though it's not proven. I'm not going to call someone a rapist if it's not proven. I'm not going to call someone racist if it's not proven. I mean, he's done some questionable things
Definitely.
that could be racist,
Absolutely.
but it's not absolute. It's about 90. It's about 90%.
No, I'm saying absolutely. Like he's allegedly done some shit. So I'm saying absolutely to that. But yeah, but I mean, I just think people are so caught up in their ideas. Like when you say something like where I get on Twitter, I'm like, why the fuck else I'm mad at Trump on this immigration shit?
Yeah.
Like it's not even his fucking like he didn't set this.
These are laws that were already there.
Yeah, these are laws already there. And then like like when I get these fucking these little statuses like, Matt, you don't understand. We have kids over here trapped in fucking cages. I'm like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about this one fucking problem right now. And you want to go over here and talk about something different to get your likes and retweets. Go ahead, get your likes and retweets. You're a fucking idiot too.
But what were they doing with the kids before?
I don't know.
They were doing the same shit.
Oh, well,
Obama was. George Bush Jr. was.
yeah, but see, but no, you're 120% right. But what I'm saying is like, I don't think, you know what? Fuck it. Dating all this, I think Twitter is the wrong place to have these type of conversations.
Absolutely. It's the worst place.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the worst place on the planet.
Definitely.
That's why I've like gravitated so much toward Instagram, because it's like I can just like a person for who they are. I don't have to sit there and read a bunch of, unless you're Michael Rappaport. I follow him on Instagram. He gets annoying. So does Snoop Dogg sometimes, because it's like, we get it. You don't like Trump.
Fuck Trump. If you like Trump, fuck you.
If you don't like Trump, stop fucking talking about him. That's my thing.
Get off his fucking dick. Oh my god. Speaking of this Trump shit about, well, I mean, not Trump, but speaking about not liking people, bro. I was watching this fucking this pull up episode, which is Joe Budden's side thing that he does. He pulls up on rappers and he has a conversation with them.
Is that thing? The interview with Russ was happening?
Yeah.
Did you watch the full thing?
I watched the full thing.
Where do you find it at? Just
YouTube.
YouTube. Joe Budden pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
His one was ASAP Ferg, Keanu Taylor, like some other people.
Nice.
It's just Joe Budden and them having a conversation. Well,
Joe Budden's crushing it.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like it's Joe Rogan, Breakfast Club, Mark Maron,
Charlemagne.
Yeah, I mean he's Breakfast Club.
Okay.
But yeah, and then it would be Joe Budden. Like he's probably top 5. I would assume. I mean I don't have the numbers, but
no, I totally agree with you.
He's definitely top 10.
So Joe Budden pulled up on Russ today, and I had this on YouTube. You can set like a
pull up sounds so aggressive.
No, it's just like a pull up.
Like
He's just
pulled up, pulled out his gap.
Yeah, I pull up. I'm gonna pull up on you, bitch.
Pull up on a kid.
No, but it's something like that. But Joe Budden pulled up on Russ today. Like that's what it's called. It's called a pull up. So he pulled up on Russ. They have these chairs, and basically it's just like 2 cameras, and they're having a conversation.
Yeah,
bro, Russ is so fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like
I've always been a Russ fan. I've never understood the Russ hate. Like they're like, oh, he's cocky.
Shit.
Every fucking rapper's cocky.
Shit. I didn't understand it till today. Like when I'm watching this shit, he was talking about people on the internet hating him, and then about how he's like, why the fuck are you hating me? He's like, you should hate yourself for spending that energy to get online and talk about me.
Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge,
bro. He was fucking smart, and like the most embarrassing thing about it, I felt like he was talking to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm
like, fuck, man. I was like, you need to get your shit in check. Like if he's making so much sense,
yeah,
and you're old enough to like realize that, like, do you remember the whole wave of fuck Russ on Twitter? Yeah. And it's like, fuck Russ. If you like Russ, you're a fucking bitch.
I was against it.
I was with it because like, but it's the thing. And he was talking about it. He's like, my fans would listen to my music, and he was saying that their friends would come up with him like, oh, you listen to Russ? Fuck you, like, like because it was the internet meme.
Mm-hmm.
He's like my fans rock with me so hard that they went against peer pressure just to rock with me.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, like he must have some really fucking solid fans, especially people of our age. I mean, our age and younger, to still fuck with you when the people are clowning you for listening to Russ. You know what I mean,
no one's gonna shame me for what the fuck I listen to.
Yeah, exactly. But but like, I think this was in 2017 and carry on to 2018 when everybody when the butt of the joke was Russ.
Yeah.
When you kind of wanted to feel a part of something.
But that whole fuck Russ wave came because he was talking shit on rappers who promoted drug use, right? Is that what that stems from?
Kinda, in a sense.
Because it was like, if you pop Zane, you're a fucking loser. He said something like that.
Now hold the fuck up. I have an exclusive for you. There was this guy. His name is Philly Customs, right? And Russ talks about this in his interview. And I used to fuck with Philly Customs. This is where like everything kind of comes into flourishing. Do you remember how I got really mad on Snapchat that one night when Philly Customs didn't pay me for writing the article about Wale.
I have no idea what you're talking about. How long ago was that?
You hit me on Snapchat about it.
Oh, was it a while back, like before we recorded the first podcast? Was that before we linked up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had linked up, but you had hit me and you had asked me about it.
Yeah.
When I was pissed off, like I'm like, yo, give me my fucking money.
Okay, yeah. I think
That type of shit.
Yeah.
Philly Customs is a fucking bitch. But
Yeah, fuck Philly Customs.
yeah, fuck Philly Customs. He's this fat fucking loser dude.
I like Philly cheesesteaks though.
But anyway, so Philly Customs is this fat fucking loser dude, and I don't know if these are his artists or not, but he had asked me to do a fucking to write a blog for him about Wale's EP that came out. The one I really like a lot.
I don't know.
It's complicated, that one.
Okay, yeah. I
It's
like that one too.
Yeah, me too. So I wrote something and sent it to him, and then he used it, and then he paid me. So I hit him. I was like, "Yo, are you gonna fucking pay me?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Well, long story short, he ended up blocking me, and then I ended up getting at one of his. I don't know if it's his artist, but he fucks with them really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him got back and forth over some Twitter shit. It was so fucking stupid. But then, like, to see Russ talk about Philly Customs on he talks about Philly Customs on an interview. Like he was Philly Customs was the first person to start his I'm an industry plant rumor.
Really?
Mm.
So Philly Customs started a fake rumor about Russ?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he didn't start it, but he ran with it because Philly Customs was a bigger bigger platform, and then he kind of ran with it. But no, long story short, I mean that's all done with, and it doesn't really fucking matter. But it was really cool. Like when I was watching that, and like him to call out Philly Customs, like fuck Philly Customs, bro. I was watching that shit. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
But then aside from that, that interview is fucking phenomenal. Like you should definitely go watch it. Like,
I mean, I've watched his interview on the Breakfast Club. I don't
No,
know how many
but
times
it-
it's been on there,
no,
but I
but-
like that one a lot.
but it's nothing like the Breakfast Club. Like he keeps it like so like 100 with Joe Budden.
Yeah.
It was like I'm watching this and like I'm correcting shit about myself too. I'm like, damn, you're a fucking hater, Matt.
Yeah.
Like definitely, bro. Like he's just kind of checking people and it's like, damn, like I might be a Russ fan.
Yeah, I feel that.
So he's just checking about everybody about hating and shit. And
I've always loved his.
very dope interview. Very very dope.
I've
interview.
always liked his mentality. With the things he talks about in his music, it's like inspirational.
Hold on, let me call my sister. I'm about to put it on the podcast. I'm gonna have to go, to be honest with you, because I have a car. So
I feel that. We're doing an hour and a half. I was only planning to do an hour. I'm
Yeah,
about
me
to go up to Tees, watch some performers. Tory Nix, all the
Tory
way from
Nix.
Kansas. He's been on the podcast. Shout out Hi America. Shout out Tory Nix. I'll see y'all in like an hour or two. Jordy Ryan, he's also been on the podcast. He's gonna perform at Tees as well. Going to Lovestock Day 2. And then Jay Cali, Erratic Soul, two homies I know. They're performing right now, I believe. So go through, see them. Let's get this phone call. We have a caller.
let me call my sister real quick.
Oh, I thought you were already on the line.
Bring my car back, bitch. Nah, shout out to my sister for letting me use your car to come do this podcast. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, shout out to people with driver's license who are responsible.
Shit. How about driver's license? I just can't drive. Okay. Yo, you're on the podcast. Say something nice.
Can you hurry the fuck up and bring my car?
That's something nice. I
That
told you.
was nice.
All right, I'm coming right now. I love you. Yeah.
Damn, she didn't even say bye
Nah,
or I love you.
I told you.
All right, we can play an outro song. Is there an outro song you want?
Let me think about it. No, go ahead and play what you want to play.
I'm gonna play that Smooth Taste song. Dreams of you on my mind. Shout out to Smooth Taste. I'm gonna get them on the podcast as soon as I can. Those guys are killing it with the Lake Dads, with J Hair, out in Cali right now, going all along the West Coast. J Hair's about to drop an album on July 1st. So is that tomorrow? Oh shit, it's tomorrow. He's dropping an album tomorrow. We'll bump that shit for sure. Please enjoy. Thank you for listening to Heard That. Thank you for listening to Clemente's Corner. Whatever platform you're on, I appreciate you and I love you.
Can I play like a little last word?
Yeah.
Yo, thank you to anybody who keeps fucking with the Heard That podcast. I know we've been on a little hiatus, and I still appreciate everybody who comes to listen to us. We love you. I love you. I'm sure Clemente loves you too.
Yeah.
And just thank you. We're humbled and we're grateful. And come see my guy's comedy shows. He's super fucking funny, super fucking talented. Probably the most hardworking man I've ever met in my life.
Hey.
Go see his shit. Dead ass. You'll enjoy it. You won't regret it. And sign up to Anchor.
Bang bang.
Fuck. That was a good episode.
Great episode.
So this town can easily hear what's on my mind in the graveyard where I spend most my time. Dreams of you